This is Tucville, right? If it was Babujan, if it was Stain or anyone in the area them, this problem would have rectified. And I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart.
Teachers at the Tucville and primary secondary schools staged a protest today in response to concerns that the school was hazardous for teaching. Royson Peters, president of the Tucville PTA, spoke to Headline News. According to the PTA president, the electrical troubles resulted in parents and students getting shocked by the electric current.
Since sometime last year, I think it was November last year, during a meeting of the Tucville Secondary PTA, a parent got shocked while bracing against a wall in the building. That matter was reported and no action was taken. And so we learned a bit of a similar situation occurring in one of the other departments, some wire sparking and all sorts of things early this year, in February I think it was. The joint schools PTA and alumni met. We discussed the issues and we requested the president of the Guyana Fire Service to come take a look and to make recommendations on what needs to happen.
When school reopens across the country last week, classes at the Tucville school were brought to a halt for a week due to electrical issues and exposed wiring to numerous classrooms. Flooding was also evident in parts of the school. According to the PTA president, the concerns of the electrical issues and several other issues were addressed to the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Public Works. Despite this, little to no action has been taken to address the issue.
The joint PTA and the alumni met with the PTA on last Wednesday to apprise them of the situation and alerted them that we need to have something done to avoid being in this space. And so yes, today we met again. Having learned that on Friday last, a teacher in the secondary department put on a switch and explosion occurred across the place, including lights in the primary section were going out completely.
Many instructors stood outside the gates of the institution, refusing to work until the institution, which housed about 800 students from the primary and secondary departments, were declared safe to educate. Many teachers were hesitant to talk in front of the camera. One instructor, who is also a parent, spoke up about the hazards that exist within the school.
For the most part, we have wiring that existed since the building was commissioned, and some of those are still compromised and have not been changed. And while, yes, even though they made efforts to take the panels out of the walls that the water is lodged in and so on, there are still some issues in terms of how safe it actually is, or the works that was done, how safe that is, how safe the other areas are, because at the end of the day, every building in the compound, which includes the primary school, gets electricity from one control room which is present in the secondary section.
The senior teacher further alluded that the parent who received the electrical shock may not have received financial compensation from the ministry. One visibly upset parent stood in solidarity with the teachers striking.
This is not fair for the teachers. It's unfair because then if the teachers in work, you're going to hear that they won't get paid because they are not working, they're not teaching. The teachers, as I saw online not too long, somebody saying the teachers don't want to work. Now, how can the teachers work in this kind of problem? Then if they get shocked, if the children get shocked, who would stand the expense?
The teachers will continue to strike until the school becomes a safer environment for learning. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.